After seizing the throne, Cronus ruled with iron fists, and the world knew its first age of peace, prosperity, and gold. He was called the Lord of Time, and under his reign, mortals lived without suffering, without war, without the shadow of death. But even a golden age carries a curse. A prophecy haunted Cronus. One day, his own child would destroy him just as he had destroyed his father. His queen, the Titaness Rhea, bore him 5 magnificent children: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. Yet one by one, as each child was born, Cronus committed the unthinkable. He swallowed them whole, sealing away the prophecy's threat forever. Rhea watched in horror as her children vanished, one after another, devoured by the very god who should have protected them. 5 children gone. And now Rhea was pregnant again. This time, she refused to let Cronus take another. She went to her mother, Gaia, the ancient earth herself, and begged for a way to save her unborn child. Gaia whispered a plan. When the time came, Rhea would flee to the island of Crete and leave a decoy in her child's place. Rhea traveled to the sacred island of Crete, to a hidden cave deep within Mount Ida, where no god could hear and no prophecy could find. There, in the hidden depths of the earth, she gave birth to her 6th child. She named him Zeus. She wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth and carried it back to Cronus, who swallowed it without a second glance. Hidden in the Cretan cave, the infant Zeus was given into the care of the divine nymphs, the Meliae, who fed him honey and sacred goat's milk. The nymphs danced and beat their shields to drown out his cries, so the sound would never reach Cronus on Mount Othrys. The goat Amalthea became his nurse, her milk sustaining the future king of the gods through his hidden years. As Zeus grew, so did his power. Lightning crackled when he was angry. The earth trembled when he laughed. Rhea visited in secret, watching her son grow strong, knowing that one day he would fulfill the ancient prophecy. Zeus trained relentlessly faster, stronger, more powerful with each passing year. He was born to end a tyrant's reign. When the time finally came, Zeus sought counsel from the Titanomachy, the goddess of wisdom and cunning strategy. Métis devised a plan, a powerful emetic potion disguised as sweet wine that would force Cronus to release his swallowed children. Zeus needed to get close to Cronus. He disguised himself, becoming a servant in his father's palace. The plan was set. Zeus moved through the palace shadows like a storm waiting to break. He poured the potion into Cronus's wine and waited, heart pounding, as the Lord of Time raised a cup to his lips. Cronus drank deeply, and then his body convulsed. Something ancient and terrible began to rise from within him. Cronus convulsed, and from the depths of his body, a god burst free. Poseidon emerged first, crashing into the world like a tidal wave. Then came Hades, god of the underworld, silent, composed, and draped in shadow from the very first moment of his freedom. Hera emerged next, furious, radiant, and already regal. She rose with the bearing of a queen who had been waiting her entire life. Demeter followed, the goddess of harvest, who reached for the earth the moment she was free, as though greeting an old friend. And last came Hestia, goddess of the hearth, who emerged quietly, calmly, and lit a small flame in her palm, as if nothing in the world could shake her. 5 gods, reborn. They staggered, disoriented, blinking, tasting freedom for the very first time. Zeus stood before his siblings, the brother they had never met, the one who had set them free. For a moment, no one spoke. Then Poseidon stepped forward and placed a hand on Zeus's shoulder, and the alliance of the Olympians was born. But Cronus still lived, still powerful, still the Lord of Time and now absolutely furious. The Titans rallied to their king. The age of Olympians was over before it had truly begun, or so they believed. The 6 siblings stood together, outnumbered but unbroken. Zeus raised his fist and called down the first bolt of lightning. The thunder rolled across the heavens like a war drum, and the greatest battle in cosmic history was about to begin. Zeus knew that to defeat the Titans, he would need more than courage. He needed the weapons that only the deepest darkness could forge. In the depths of Tartarus, the Cyclopes were imprisoned one-eyed giants of divine craftsmanship, locked away by Cronus since the beginning of time. Zeus shattered their chains. The Cyclopes rose grateful, furious, and ready to forge the most powerful weapons ever conceived. For Zeus, they forged the thunderbolt, a weapon of pure electric fury that could shatter mountains and split the sky. For Poseidon, they forged the mighty trident, 3 prongs of condensed ocean power capable of cracking the sea floor itself. For Hades, they forged the helm of darkness, a helmet that made its wearer invisible, untouchable, and utterly terrifying. Armed with divine weapons, Zeus also freed the 100-handed giants, the Hecatoncheires, each with 50 heads and 100 arms. The Hecatoncheires could hurl 300 boulders simultaneously. No army in heaven or earth had ever faced anything like them. Some titans refused to fight for Cronus. Prometheus, god of foresight, saw the future clearly and chose Zeus's side. One by one, cracks appeared in Cronus's alliance. The golden age of Titans was ending, and nothing could stop what was coming. Zeus stood before his army gods, Cyclopes, and giants, and raised the thunderbolt high. It was time. The sky above Mount Othrys turned black. The earth itself trembled in anticipation. The war for the universe had begun. For 10 long years, heaven and earth shook. The Titanomachy, the war of gods, raged without mercy or end. Poseidon drove the Titans back with his trident, splitting the earth with each strike, flooding valleys, shattering cliffs. Hades, invisible beneath his helm, moved unseen through the Titan lines, striking from nowhere, vanishing before they could retaliate. And Zeus rained thunderbolts from above, strike after strike, each one vaporizing stone and Titan alike, in columns of white fire. The Hecatoncheires turned the tide. 300 boulders filled the sky at once, and the Titans broke. Cronus fought until the very end, wielding his adamantine sickle, power crackling off him like dying stars. Zeus faced his father alone, thunderbolt against sickle, the sun against a tyrant who tried to devour destiny itself. In the end, the thunderbolt prevailed. Cronus, Lord of Time, King of the Titans, fell. The defeated Titans were cast into the deepest pit of Tartarus, bound in darkness for eternity, never to rise again. And Zeus stood atop the ruins of Mount Othrys victorious, transformed. No longer the hidden child of Crete, now a king. 3 brothers divided the universe between them. Zeus took the sky, Poseidon took the sea, and Hades the underworld below. And high on Mount Olympus, the gods took their thrones, and a new age was born. The age of the Olympians had begun.